This thing to bury beneath the sun. Snapping my shoulder, thinking you don't get you done. Smelling like some spray pants that I don't even wear. So if you want some loving, I suggest you go back there. You can't come day to day. With you, it's always something else. Breaking my nerves. God knows that I don't deserve what you put me through. Cause I've been so true to you. For you to come at me with another lame excuse. See, your sweet talks, baby this, baby that. But your lies ain't working that. Now look who's hurting, and who's hurt. I had to shut you down. I had to shut you down. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. But your lies ain't working. Lies ain't working. I just shut you down. I just shut you down. What would you think of bringing her into our home? In that bed, you mother fell and rocked your head. Messing up my chasing her and violating my protecting. Now to call my peace and take it to the street.
Joy, joy to be here with me. Joy, joy to be here. I want you here with me. And can't you see just how much you need to be? It's really time I need. It's such a blessing. Way to feel your tender. At the moment, paradise. All things right. But it's too damn short to let me fix something. Let's say I need no love. All things right. There's no greater pleasure than you. Hear me, baby. I want you to go. What if going on? I think all I know is I have to step up. Leave it up in case, hoping for first place. It's gone, mother, that's trying to keep that picture moving. I'm just killing you with everything down. You about to get it to it now. The worst that goes down is you turn me down, but this time around I'm down. Hey, how you doing? Hey, what you doing? I don't know what your name is, I'm fooling, baby, but I ain't do without you. Hey girl, how you doing? I've never seen nothing like you. Body that's keep it short, baby, girl, I ain't even without you. No. I just feel because I need to feel you. That's how make it, baby. She won't bring it to. Cause I love you. I love you.
Shoulder. Never been this wrong before. Never stood my ground and reached it before. What I want is culture. Never felt so brave and so afraid before. Never faced alone and felt the peace before. With tears in my eyes, I come to you sincere. Except in the space I'm in, going out of the phase where I just want to win. You have to stop because you hear me. Yes, baby. I'm just feeling happy because I'm so you. Take it, baby, please, baby. Look at our love, oh, the night, breathing for the cold. And it's fire under this stone. It's the proudest feeling you're still born. Never wonder, but I know you know what? God is for love, lady love, lady soul. Your mind is love, oh, 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 oh. I may push off to the jury. Your cologne, your hair, your smile, your intelligence, you warm me, you caught me, you tease me, you please me, you scare me, give me something to think about, ignite me, you hold me, you love me, you try me, you set me to oh, I love you. It's been a while since I had you. I mean, I didn't feel sometimes to be away, to be away, but for tonight, I'm trying over. Now all I can imagine is the night, was the night that you put them hits on me. Love the way you do it, way you do it. Slow the beat down, chop it up, girl, and screw it. what you looking for? The club ain't got it. From 1999, you still can't buy it yet. But if we go outside, girl, you can try it. Girl, let's go to start a riot. So, I'm thinking of the moment. Let's get the world to see. Talking moment. Let's get the world to see. You can lean on me. Let's get some dust. Some I've been losing my own change. Love is always that way. And that's my grace of strength. Left in your eyes. I had one question for you. If you want it to give you my time, you could be strong.
You know, never know how to sit and so it's with no smile stone. Yeah, ain't no love in the heart of the city. That's what they told me. We put over 100. No, none of them know me. Son of a mother studying at EC. Sitting in taxi cab with daddy roaming the streets. 7 hallelujahs. My sultana was playing on everything I wear at all the American scenes. The soul system of prolific in the DMV. Listen, when you get the keys to sell them, you don't get the piece. Make me one, get the piece to get the piece. You gonna need more to Wikipedia to get to me. PG to Mo County. Bet they all know about me. Every hood, every bird. I got superb balance from the city that made me like you forever for. Celebrate every moment forever ignored. Made me better and you made me better now. They gon' like you a little different when you want to shop. Give me love, baby. Not enough, not enough. It's tough, baby. Baby, it's tough, baby. It's a right, it's like, it's love, baby. What's up? Give me love, baby. Not enough, not enough. It's tough, baby. Oh, baby, it's just us, baby. This ain't right, it's life, it's love, baby. Give me a life. What's sweet, it's a partnership, 2, 3, 4, time to put the piece of bed. And that was it's time.
Oh, what it is, what it ain't, and what is going down. Man, hold up. Had a little issue. Trying to fix the power surge. I know you just getting on. Holler at me. I appreciate you hanging out. I'm getting it together. There we go, baby. There we go. Well, what is the business? What is going on? It's your boy DJ TRWK. Ask him why. Because he's fly. He's a fly guy. He's really a fly guy. I promise you he is, man. Man, look, what's going on, man? Happy Tuesday to you. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Tuesday was excellent for me, man. Sunday was even better. Church was excellent. Shout out to my main man, Brother Pew, Minister of Music. When I tell you he takes it to the next level when we're at the church. And man, good. I get to be a part of our Black History program. I'm excited about that. I get to play James Brown. Because we got to get it together. Are we together? Mr. Burns, are we together? If we together, say it loud. I'm blacking out. Look, I'm putting it together, man. When I tell you I can't wait. I can't wait, man. Shout out to Miss Cuckoo, which is a lady at our church, man, who she puts it all together. She's actually originally native from the motherland itself. So definitely appreciate her and what she does, man. Other than that, I'm not gonna hold it. We're gonna get right on into it because I know you here, you happy, and I know what the season is. You know what I'm saying? For all my people, if you know what I know, being the Grambling State University HBCU grad that I am, you know what today is. You got on your green, you got your bees on, because we taking you to the booth. Why? Because welcome to Mardi Gras season, baby.
Save your life. I promise you that.
That's not how that was supposed to go. It was supposed to go like this, man. Hey, look at her. Get your napkin and that white tie. You know how we do it on Canal Street. If you ever been to Baton Rouge, man, New Orleans, hey, if you just been in Louisiana, period, you know this time of the year, it is going down. Food head everywhere. Crawfish season's around the corner. Ooh, take me home, baby. One time in Lafayette, Louisiana, Alexandria. If you're from that big L, man, put it up. Put it up. Put it up in the comments. It is Mardi Gras season. You heard me? Come on. Hey, do what you want now. Where you at, man? Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Look, I had to represent that. What's up, Miss Knight? Miss Knight, no, look, she is, when I tell you she's from Louisiana, for real, that New Orleans. Look here, I'm gonna tell you how you know somebody from New Orleans. They don't go grocery shop. They say, let's go make groceries. You heard me? And they don't drink soda. They say, hey, babe, you need a cold drink. And when you in Louisiana, man, the most endearing term that you're going to hear is, look here, ho, I'm gonna go to the store. You wanna go? I'm telling you, man, look, when I tell you I've been in them swamps, I know what it is. Man, look, West Bank, what's happening? I got partners from all over the LA. And I ain't talking about Los Angeles, man. So I love it. Gotta show represented at all times. And look, you know we bring in R&B back. So since we doing that, I had to make sure that I took care of the brothers. Brothers. I know you out here and you trying to figure out the hell to buy this chick from. Look, when I tell you it ain't hard, brother. It ain't hard. I promise it ain't hard, but it will get expensive. Brother, don't do the same old thing. Be selective with your gift this year. Let her know it's never too much. You know what? Have an inside there. You know what I'm saying? Find somebody that got like some paint. Go have like a paint cookout in the front of your house. Do something simple. Because it is Valentine's Day. Now I would say disclaimer. Brother, if you ain't showed her no love and this is the only day you actually done went outside and playing something, yeah, you might want to call your other single homeboys to see what they doing, because you're gonna be with them. Because y'all lady gonna be with her girls and have a dress on. Fucking girl, fucking girl, fuck. Now, those are the dudes, ladies. Let's be creative. Now let's be the truth. Some of y'all can't put. All you can do is put water in pots and boil it. You not the best cook in the world, and peanut butter and jelly is not gonna cut it. And you wrapping yourself in that bow. Wait till Saturday. Don't do that tomorrow. Let's do something unique. Do something together. Do something fun. Like be out the house and do something fun this y'all too. Now back in the gap, what I used to do was when I was married. Uh, at the time, I used to make my boys take out the wife, and then I would take out the girls. And I'm talking about I would go all out. I'm talking about limos. I'm talking about we doing it all. Go out to eat. I remember one time I took them on a helicopter ride. There you go, fellas. Try that helicopter ride. Hey, and if y'all really trying to wait till the summer to do something real big, bro, I'm gonna give you the seat. Come a little closer so I can tell you. This is what you do. What is the one thing we all know women love? And love to be pampered. So this is what I'm gonna tell you, my brother. Go to the store and get you some foot scrub, brown sugar. Get you a little thing to put your soap that you can put some hot water in. Get one of them bath bombs, put it in the water, and let it blow up. Right, man. Go get you some scrubs. You know they got a whole pack. It come in a pack. Man, sit down there, get her favorite dessert, and go on down there and scrub her feet, bro. Get between the toes, scrub them heels, Then when you're done, get that baby oil, that nice baby oil. You know, look, I'm gonna tell you what you do. Get some lotion and some baby oil and put it in the microwave, right? Get it warm. Don't burn her feet, but get it a little warm so when you rub it, you get that soothingness on it, find a little lavender. Hey man, I'm giving you the game. Because Valentine's Day can be special for you, bro. It can be special, or it can be a hard night. You can read all into that if you want to. But it's up to you. But it's never too much. Never too much. And if you've been doing it all year long, bro, you know you ain't got to do too much. It's never too much. She loves you in 1,000 ways, as you can say it to her. She good. So that's my take, man. I hope you take it. I hope you be blessed with it and take it. And you have a good Valentine's Day. For those that are spending Valentine's Days, for those that ain't, it's just a regular day. Hey, man, do you. Come in there. Y'all ain't no games on, so now you got to spend that quality time, have a conversation. Hey, I'm going to tell you another easy thing. Won't you and your wife just create a vision board? You and your old lady create a vision board. Now, I'm talking about if you in it 6+ and you know this is the one. Go and create you a vision board, man. Do that. I promise you, you'll have a great night. Oh, you'll have a great night. Just a little tidbits, man. I can't give you too much. That's be in my bag. Can't give you too much to be in my bag. But yeah, I tell people all the time, I don't plan regular dates, bro. There's no way I'm going on a regular date. You can't. Now I will say don't tell me you taking me to Chipotle and then you take me to Taco Casa because I'm be mad. No shameless plugs. Just I'm gonna be upset because I'm gonna be expecting Taco Casa. I promise you I am. But yes, ma'am. So I hope you have a great Valentine's Day for sure. Let's see what else going on. I'm gonna run through all this now. You know, pregame Thursdays is at Bar Louis. Reverse happy hour 9 to 11. We just started. We do karaoke, and then we just started. We're gonna end up doing karaoke and R&B bingo. So you have to get there early. It won't be this Thursday, but I promise you it'll be next Thursday. Let's see here. R&B bingo will be at Carpe Diem. Hey man, it's this new spot in Dallas called Carpe Diem. Go check it out. It reminds me of Chicago or being in New York on a storefront and you walking by and you can look in or whatever. Now, but go check it out, man. Good food. They got R&B bingo going on. Shout out to my sisters Devon and Tori. They putting it on. My homeboy DJ Butter, he might be there in the mix. Let's see. Other than that, I told you about karaoke. Yeah, we doing that. And let me give you the quote today. The quote of today is, in this microwave era, strong bonds are rare because they take patience. Understanding is rare because it calls for communication. Comprehension is rare because it calls for listening. Accountability is rare because it dents egos. Teamwork is rare because it requires humility. So when you read that, what I want you to take with you is don't be rare, be above. Don't be average, be above average. Shoot for another level of excellence every year, either at work, at your job, with yourself, with your kids, with your significant other, whatever the case may be, your parents, whatever. Shoot for another level of excellence. Always shoot for another level of excellence. That has always been one of my things in first of the year, trying to go to a whole nother level of excellence. Uh, so yeah, man. Other than that, I hope so you can go right here, scan that code, right? What that code gonna take you to? It's gonna take you right to our YouTube page where you can actually subscribe, be someone where you can get all our notifications and everything that's going out. And that way, when the show starts, man, look, you already know. I hope y'all like the promo. I think the promo was very good this time. Shout out to my girl Jules. You know, she put us on the schedule, and I appreciate that. So with that being said, man, look, I know it ain't. Let me bring my girl Jules in. D is here. Uh, I can't do it without him. I don't want to do it without him. If I did, I wouldn't know what to do. But let me introduce them properly. You know what I'm saying? So this brother here, I call D Lewis. D Lewis is setting a whole new trend. He is creating a whole new world for us, man. He's giving back and being a trendsetter, just like uh, some of our some of our founders. If you know what I'm talking about, you can follow that. But he is doing it in his own supernatural way. And when I tell you I love this brother, he is definitely a brother more than from another mother, but he is definitely somebody that I look up to and I can call on. We baby can have definitely dialogue. But this brother is definitely the person that you'll say, look, he ready for Valentine's Day. He already done told Miss Lewis. It's all that you been for.
Andy.
That brother right there is none other than my main man, Mr. Darren Lewis. Oh, excuse me, Darion Lewis. Want to make sure I had it right. That is my boy, loving the life, man. How you been, fam?
All right, man. Blessed,
That's
man.
good, man.
No complaints, man. Just trying to fix a
Good.
door. Talking to y'all.
Oh, it's cool. I understand you going in and out. You at
And
mom's
I'm
house? At your house?
engaged. How
Huh?
you doing?
What to do? I
Yeah.
can't get my mic together. What
Oh,
it
you
do,
good?
y'all? How y'all doing tonight? Oh,
Well,
Good,
guess
good,
somebody?
good,
I
good.
got somebody with me today.
Who you got? Who you got? You got my boy with me? Oh,
oh,
I am happy. I am happy. You understand this woman right here? Look here, I'm gonna go and play the song for both of them. You know what I'm saying? This right here, man. We are known to have a fine piece of jewelry, but see, she has brought, we'll call jewels the bracelet. Janique, she's the necklace. What I tell you, boy, because when she get to talking, she gonna put a choke on you. It's a nice.
Oh my God.
You can't even like, you know what I'm saying? Like you ever seen ice you can blow at
Yeah.
the freezer and it just comes out with all that smoke. When Janique wake up, it's like I woke up like this. She like Mary J. Blige when she wake up, she say,
Oh
hello,
my God.
gorgeous. But no, this is our very own piece of jewelry. We call it jewels, and the other necklace she has with us, none other than your tax lady, Miss Janique. Man, what is going on, Miss Lady?
Hey.
She all smiles today. Boy, when I tell you she about business. So if y'all missed it, did y'all miss like the you know how the you know every year the fair part comes and it's like a big deal. Y'all did y'all catch the bulletin board that was outside of Mercedes about Jules' birthday events?
Oh my
Did y'all
God.
catch it?
Look, Greg.
Look, see, there it go. There it go. There it go. And it's still going on. What I tell you, this girl got a whole
All
bulletin
month
board.
long. All month long.
All month
All
long,
month
all month
long.
long. I love it. I love it. Look, Janique came to the R&B bingo thing. She was looking like, okay, what time we leave? What time? Gotta go.
We not. We turn it up all day.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So yeah, so I'm glad to have them all. Oh, this is perfect. Janique's here. Oh, and then our own licensed LLPC, the assistant principal will be sliding right on in. She had a client today. She's almost there. She's getting the rest of her hours so she can graduate. So man, we can't wait to cheer her on for that. But before we say that, man, look, I've been listening. I heard something, and since I know y'all parents, I gotta ask y'all this question because I was confused. Because I heard this and I was like, now who said that we couldn't why is there I heard this thing when they said people were hypocrites. Like some of our parents are hypocrites. It made me think about my mama at first, but I was like, no, my mama ain't no hypocrite. But this is what they said.
It be a lot of parents are hypocrites.
It be the same parents who sit here and say, stay in the child's place. You can't ask me questions. But you're also the same parent who makes your child watch after their sibling.
Yep.
You make them tend to household responsibilities, cook for kids, take care of grandparents, give the grandparents their medicine, just depending on what type of household, if you have a transgenerational household, stuff like that. But you're also the same parent and say you have to stay in the child's place.
Yeah.
No. That child has that child should be able to have a voice and speak as well because you forced them to mature fastly. You made them develop quickly. You made them become an adult in the household. You made them become a second parent in the household, and then you want to tell them what they can and cannot do. They can't ask you questions, but you put that on them. They didn't ask for that. They didn't ask to be your emotional cushion. They didn't ask to be your punching bag. They didn't ask to be a second parent. They didn't ask to be a caregiver. They didn't ask to be the person who's taking care of things. They didn't ask to help pay bills. They didn't ask to be at 16, 17 to go get a job and help pay bills and stuff like that. We really want to talk about
I mean, I was like, dude, like when you heard her say it, you kind of like, is that true? Like, have we been some? She said, damn right. Jules said, damn right. Parents, so we already being hypocrites, telling your kid don't do this and don't do that. But then you got them raising your little brother, your little in the they taking care of little brother while you gone and little sister while you gone. And it's like, what? Come on now. Talk to me, you parents. You parents, what are y'all doing? You on mute, baby. Jules, you on mute.
I said, let me jump in because I got three. And I don't think I'm a hypocrite with my kids specifically, but I do believe that you got to teach your kid that they have to be a part of the system too. That, it ain't all fun and games. Life ain't all fun and games. You know what I mean? Like my kids, all of them work at some point. You know what I'm saying? Whether like my oldest one, he 13, he worked, he helped his grandfather at the wood lot, stack wood, sell wood, take credit card payments, make phone calls, take orders, make deliveries. And he 13, but he also get paid for it. You know what I mean? So establishing just that sense of making your own money and making your own way. And like, I ain't buying no toys for this boy. If he want them $300 sneakers, he better save them coins. You know what I'm saying? But I will make sure he got clothes. And what? No, I will take them on. I do spoil my kids, but I spoil them with experiences, like taking them places and traveling and things like that. But I don't think it's right to make your kid watch a younger sibling. You know what I mean? Like, just so you can go out and have some fun.
Okay. Huh. Do you ever made any of your kids like? Well, maybe not. I know nephew little, but I know his other son. I want to say he's like 12, 13. I wonder because I don't recall doing it. But I mean, and I'm not gonna ask because that was then. This is now. But I don't recall doing that. But I was just like, man, so my teacher don't be being a hypocrite. I heard like, so let me ask you this. So because of that, do your son have say so in conversations? Like,
No.
is he willing?
No, he doesn't have say so. Here's the deal, like he has responsibilities, right? And you just got to be very clear with him about the responsibilities. Like honestly, yeah. The person who was saying all of this seems to have some stuff on their chest from when they were a kid, possibly.
Right.
But no, I know you're gonna watch your little brother while we go out every time, my nigga. Like,
hey man,
the thing.
hey man.
At the end of the day, bro, like when you want to go kick it with your friends and we make the sacrifice for you and we driving you all over the country, all over the world.
Yeah, that part.
You know what I'm saying? Just to accommodate, shut down our plans for you. You can chill at the crib with your brother and make sure he's straight for a few hours while we go out here and have a nice dinner.
But daddy, I mean, I don't want to watch him.
Hey, I didn't want to take you either. But look, hey, I didn't.
I get it. Oh, look, it was a rule in my house. If my mama had to take me, she wasn't coming to pick me up.
No, I'm saying I just got off work. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel like cutting you, but I did it.
But Daddy,
it ain't about what you feel.
But Daddy, I can't say, hey, Daddy, I don't. But Daddy, I can't come to you and say I don't agree with what you just said.
Well, if you come to me and you say you don't, and sometimes that may happen. You know what? That may happen. It ain't happen over here, but that may happen. And here's the reality. If that happened, then I got to show you what disagreement look like.
I understand.
I got to teach you.
I get it, brother.
What disagreement look like. You know what I'm saying?
I was just shocked.
Somewhere you ain't got no ride. And I disagree. I'm so sorry, my friend. I am like, oh, I disagree with me having to take you, my friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just teaching you sometimes like everybody in this family got to make sacrifices at some point.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I get it. I just, I heard and I was like, that was something. All right, so one more. Janique, I want you to chime in on this. I need to know, is this true? Like, do people really feel this way? Hold on.
And I'm gonna say something, and I mean this with my whole heart. Do not get married if you want to be happy all the time. Just don't do it. You have to manage somebody else's feelings, thoughts, actions, and emotions all the time. And sometimes that's going to make you unhappy.
That's irrational. You're not happy with yourself all the time. And you're in 100% control of yourself. That's the only person you can actually control is yourself. And you don't even like you all the time.
Please don't do it. That is probably the number one mistake. I just want to get married and live happily ever after. Then don't get married.
So is this what we preaching now? Like, if you want to be, so if you want to be happy all the time, you don't need to be with you don't need to be in a relationship. You don't need to be married. Janique, is it what they talking about out here in these streets? We ain't talking about past things. We talking about what's going on now.
Listen, marriage is work. Marriage is work. Marriage is selflessness when you don't want to be selfless. Okay? Marriage is thinking about that other person and they fucking feelings when you don't care about their fucking feelings. Marriage is work. If you're not prepared to work, don't get married. Because it's not all rainbows and butterflies and hearts and clouds and sugar cane, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's not all of that. It's hard work. You have to stay committed. It's a choice every day because sometimes you want to kill that nigga.
Oh my God. That was blunt. I can take it. I can take it. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Okay. I mean, okay, but you had to be so let me go back. So I do understand marriages work. I do understand that. But wasn't the relationship before you got the marriage? Wasn't that work? Wasn't that work good? That was good work. See, work can be good. Work can be exciting. It can be whatever. I mean, but what makes it like the bad? How does it go from we're dating and it's good work, and then now we done said I do, and now you like, oh,
when you're
in his
dating,
feelings again.
When you're dating, you're delusional.
You're delusional? What?
Wait. When you're dating, you're in a state of delusion because you have a certain time, you meet up, the date, it's fantasy, it's lovely, it's sweet. When you're married to somebody, you gotta see that nigga every day. It's
why you gotta be the N-word, Janique? Why you gotta be the N-word, Janique? You ain't gotta be all that.
Sorry. Trauma.
My bad. I didn't mean to. My bad. I didn't mean to flick a switch. I'm just saying,
I
like,
where this concept comes from, though. Like the idea that I guess it's fairy tale and it's from all this Disney madness, this happily ever after. It's once I get him, it's a happily ever after. Once we get married, not that you fail to realize that while you was dating him, you had challenges, right? But once you get the ring and you get married, it's just happily ever after that. And that's just not realistic. It's not life. It's fairy tale stuff that is taught in, childhood movies. That's just not real.
Did I not say delusion? Did I not just say that?
It's not delusional. I mean, because it has to go through the process. You have to date this person to know or except D. I know D did not. He always mentions that his wife never became his girlfriend. It was more like a seamless deal, which is cool. But I mean, when you out here dating in this pee hole, what we talking about now, I just think like there has to be some type of camaraderie or something. We, you know what I'm saying, we learning each other. We're trying to figure out challenging and the obstacles and whatever. But you have to get there in those challenges, right? In order to get to the whole marriage part. So it's kind of like you try to work out, you're trying to work through those challenges, like Drew said, but don't think there's not going to be any challenges once you said I do. To me, I think when you say I do, the challenges actually heighten, or they kind of heighten a little bit because now one person is like, I got you. Yeah, you got me, we together, but the same person you met back like 3 years ago, I'm still that dude. So please don't get delusional about what you said. Oh, I guess it's right. She said they get delusional. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just saying. They was like, if you want to be happy, don't. It's like, that's not necessary. Now, I will say, it is not my job to make you happy. I need you to come in already happy. And then I need to add to your happiness. Jules, you gonna share that, whatever it is. So, I mean, I don't know. While you drooling. But yeah, it's not, I don't think it's that person's job to make you happy. You should have some happiness within you already before we even get there. Our license LPC is on here. What up, Assistant Principal Beverly?
What do you do, Webby? What's up, Webby?
Hey.
So they say now that if you want to be happy, then you don't need to be, if you try to be happy, you don't need to be married. What you think?
I have a whole problem with that whole ideology. So who said that being married doesn't bring about a level of happiness? It's not your partner's job, like you were saying, for me to make you happy. Like, that's not my job. If you waiting on me to do it, boo-boo, that ain't it. God promises the pursuit of happiness. It's a pursuit. Not someone give it to you.
Okay.
Oh, y'all still with me? Y'all still with me?
Yeah, we got you. We got you. Go ahead.
I agree.
It is a pursuit of happiness. A pursuit. And that's why marriage takes work. Anything worth having, y'all all know, is not easy. And marriage is not easy. I have been married before. I was married for 9 years. It ain't easy. And like Janique was saying, it is definitely a choice. Sometimes you're looking at him like, oh, why is he breathing right now?
Facts.
That part.
Yeah,
I can see his eyes. Yeah, like it's you like, oh, but I know he hungry, so I'm gonna fix him this plate. But I don't want him to breathe while he eating it. I don't even know how that's gonna even work.
Damn. Well, y'all cold, boy. I swear, y'all cold. Okay, I get it.
But that doesn't mean that I still don't do what I need to do as a wife. That still doesn't mean that I don't choose to love. That doesn't mean that I choose not to accept this person for who they are, what they got going on, what emotions I need to tackle for him and myself for that day, or vice versa. I don't know. But all those things have to be done when you are married. Because like you said, Janique, it is also a very selfless act. And you have to be cautious and cognizant of that act every single day.
I'm gonna piggyback on what you said, Webby. Is if you wait for him to make you happy, you might as well get out the dating game.
Right.
It ain't for you.
Right.
You gotta know this dude is gonna disappoint you. But see, my thing, you should go in and know that she gonna disappoint you and he gonna disappoint you. So quit talking about that.
That's human behavior.
That's him. I'm just saying. But if you wait for somebody else to make you happy, boo-boo, you ain't ready. You ain't ready. It ain't him. It's you. It's you.
Because the only person that can make you happy is you, boo-boo. You.
Look.
That means you not ready.
All right, one last question.
And get yourself together.
I know y'all seen the Super Bowl. So what y'all think about the Usher performance?
I thought it was astounding.
That's because you like Usher.
You mean you went to the Usher concert? That's what you mean?
Basically, that was the abbreviation.
The Usher concert.
That was the abbreviation.
I'm trying to figure out how I'm getting there. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm getting there.
I have to admit, I didn't watch none of it.
Oh, okay. Well, it's fine. Now, my problem was he was a little too friendly with Alicia Keys. I was like, bruh, you show all your arms
I
all
watched the
around Alicia
movie.
Keys. Swiss Beats is that boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll handle you.
But
And
her
why?
husband made a post about that. He said that he is secure in his woman in his relationship, and he saw two great performers performing, nothing more, nothing less, because he sure did say that the next day.
That was good. That was good. My man DJ Black Ice said it was awesome. He said, well, I am not a hypocrite. However, I'm teaching my daughter responsibilities at times. I do inform her to watch her little brother, and she does what is needed. Of course, BG says we're teaching responsibility and accountability. Oh, okay. Now there's a reason behind what you did. All right, so let's get into it, man. This is what we're talking about right here. We have a question. Keisha Cole talk about love, right? I know she does. But is there a blueprint to this love game? Like, are there some rules, some principles, some things that must be followed in order to have this love game down? I'm not even gonna say 100%. I'm gonna say at least 75, 80%. Or is there a blueprint that you can actually follow to be in the love game? Or just some characteristics that you need to have before you start talking about, I want to love someone. Let's use the word that everybody else should use, exclusively. So, ladies, since it is Valentine's Day, please inform us, brothers. What are these characteristics you think that you would have to have in order to have this blueprint into a long-term type of love? Not the 2 weeks or I'm gonna love you till after Valentine's Day, and then after that we done. I'm just saying, there's somebody out there. Yeah, I know a dude now. He broke up with his girl like in January, so he don't have to do Valentine's Day. I know, crazy, real crazy. But go ahead, talk to me.
For me,
Yes, ma'am.
For me,
yes, tax expert.
Personally, I think my blueprint is loyalty, honesty, and integrity. Like, I necessarily don't go for the looker. I go for the character.
Oh, okay.
I think so. Just because he's fine don't mean that.
You sure? You sure? You sure? Cause see, okay. So since he ain't, just because he fine don't mean what?
That he doesn't have the character and the integrity and the loyalty part down.
Oh, okay.
But I had to learn. I had to learn that. That's a learned behavior. That's a learned behavior. Because when you get burned, you learn from your mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So for me, to get me to open up and to get me, I'm a loving person regardless. I love you where you are, or who you are.
Really?
Yeah, I am. But once you cross me, then that's it. I'm done with you.
So there's no grace and mercy with you. It's just if I mess up, I just mess up. There's no understanding. There's no conversation.
It depends on how close we are and what we are to each other.
Okay.
I give everybody grace, but the people that I really not connected with or not close to, if you say anything to me, I can cut you off with just whatever. Now, say for instance, me and Jewel and I, we get into it. I'm crying because this is my heart right here. I'm
Gotcha.
I might not talk to her for a month, but I still love her, and I'm gonna be in her corner. And don't even try to come talk to me about her because you'll get punched in the throat.
Oh, man, you violent. Okay, violent.
I can be mad. We can be mad at each other, but I'm gonna still love her regardless, and loyalty is there. But if I don't know you, I can cut you off. I'm like a
Okay.
problem.
Okay. So what's another characteristic? What's another one y'all think? What's another one y'all think?
But Juba,
Security.
they have to be
Who?
chocolate.
Oh my God. That's not a characteristic. That's a type. But anyway, go ahead.
Listen,
What'd you say, Webby? Because this one
Security.
said
you know her?
security. Okay.
Oh,
Security.
you buddy.
So security is another one. Okay, why security, Webby?
Because I need to know that one, that you're securing yourself.
Okay.
Two, that you're gonna be securing the things that I share with you. Because I got a lot going on. My mind, it'd be 90 to nothing in 2 seconds. So I need you to be secure. And I want, some financial security as well. Knowing that, if we down at our last 100, you're not finna go trick it off.
Oh no, that's right.
So.
Okay. D, what's one for you, bro?
I'm sorry, I just came back in.
Oh, you're
I'm
good.
hearing
So
chocolate.
so
I'm
we're
hearing all kinds of stuff right now. I'm just trying to
right,
make sure I'm understanding everything.
right. So we're talking about love. Is there a blueprint to this long-term love game? And well, it's not called a game, a long-term love that we're all seeking, right? Well, at least I hope you're seeking it. But what characteristics actually play into this love thing that it makes it long-term, and Webby says secures it, and like Janique says is chocolate. Oh, I mean not chocolate. What is the other thing you said, Janique? Janique said it got to be chocolate. Lord have mercy.
I mean, they over
Okay.
there, they over there on that red punch, man. So you gotta be
Look, boy,
careful.
hey, one time for the birthday chick. She is on the birthday. Look, birthday chick is on it.
And the tag still on the cup. So that's what I'm saying. They tell up. They
Right.
just got them cups.
They look. She say, look, gotta feel some type of way.
I like
But what's
to
a
say it's my
characteristic for you,
birthday.
brother? You right? Celebrate.
Characteristics. No, you gotta celebrate, man. Please celebrate.
Yeah.
I actually think that's a characteristic. Being able to
Celebrate.
celebrate.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But then I also think the first thing that came to mind when you asked that question was forgive quick.
Yes. That's a
Forgiveness
good
is
one.
good. It's
That's
good.
key.
Because Janique said she'll cut you off. Like there's no mercy, no grace. Like what you say? No, you good. Don't worry about it.
It depends. It depends.
I'm messing with you.
If I put
But
in time, I'm
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, anything with any longevity, there has to be some sort of forgiveness and grace connected to it. I think God is the greatest demonstration of that. I think you have, like when we start thinking about forgiving quick, when we when it's taking long to forgive, there are things that can creep into your mind, and your mind can play. It can take you down a place where you probably won't ever forgive, or you won't ever forget. You know,
okay.
can't I don't want to get confusing, but forgive quick. I think that is like one of the greatest characteristics you can have for longevity in that regard. Nobody's gonna
Okay,
be perfect.
and I agree with you, sir. So we got a couple comments. Hello, Miss High. She said trust is definitely in the blueprint. Glad you said that. And communication. Ooh, I want to talk about communication. It's not what's said, but how you say it. I don't necessarily agree with that term, but okay. Make your word your bond. I do understand that. Keep your word. So it's something. So I pulled out a couple. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go through them and then we could discuss them and see if it's relevant, if it's not relevant. But I thought some of these would be relevant. And she did say trust. So that is one that I have here. But I have this one. Listen to this.
Said this before that I think time is the universal currency, right? So more so than money, like I want to know how much time you're gonna spend with me. There's so many people online that's confused, like how to know a man likes you or how to know that somebody rock with you. It's so simple. It's time. That's why we have so many microwave friendships and relationships, because people don't want to wait to build something good. It's all about what can you do for me now? We come into friendships, relationships, everything with this. Well, what do you bring? What do you offer? What do you have? How about let's take some time to get to know each other? How about that? Because you know what that mentality is of what do you bring or what can you do for me or what can you give me? You know what that's doing? It's like planting a seed, expecting to grow a massive apple tree. And instead of waiting for the tree to grow from you watering it and giving it time, you dig up the seed and eat it because you want something right now. How many of us have fumbled really dope people and opportunities because we didn't understand long term? Yeah, you can overcharge this person, but you just dug up the seed and ate it. Yeah, you can get over on this man and try to make him pay for the most extravagant dinner ever, but you just dug up the seed and ate it. What?
I mean, look, when she said dug up the seed and ate it, threw me to the left. I was like, interesting thought.
I
So
think
what
it's
do you mean?
very valid.
Oh, okay, let's talk. Cause if she said time, how
Because
much time you go, Jules? How much time you gonna spend with your boy?
I feel like as much as needed to feel that comfort and to build the relationship and the foundation that you need, to really see a person for who they are. Because I think everybody sends a representative, whether you do it intentionally or not, you're sending your representative. But if you give a person like some time, man, you're gonna see them colors, them true colors, that true personality, how they really move. Like, because you can only maintain fakeness for so long, or you can only maintain that perfect image that you want to present for so long. How this person gonna act when they get mad? You know what I mean? How this person gonna act when they don't get what they want? How this person gonna act when the world is shitty to them for the day? And I mean the entire day. Like, how you gonna behave? What's your go-to? What's your default mode? When you angry, how you move? Like, if you give a person enough time to see multiple colors or multiple sides of them, or just them in multiple situations, like with their family, with their friends, with church members, with, whoever, somebody at the grocery store, somebody that cut them off, you know, I think you got to allow that time so that you are confident in the person you selected. It's cool to meet somebody and it's like that instant connection and you want to be and spend all that time with them all day long. But what that look like outside that bubble? You know what I mean? How is that connection with you and him when you with him and his best friend or his mama or anything else outside of just the two of you? And man, do you even get outside of just the two of you?
Mm.
Sometimes people get stuck up in the world just with just the two of them. And then as soon as you get them around somebody else, you're like, oh, I don't like his attitude, or oh, I don't like how he treated my friend, or oh, I don't like how he treated me in public. You gotta really be able to spend some time with somebody to really get a good judgment of their character. And whether or not that's the type of lifestyle or the type of person you want in your life on an everyday basis.
Time allows you to get comfortable. When you get comfortable, your true colors show.
Like that. I like that. Yeah, it does.
It's easy to get comfortable when you're devoured. And here's the deal. Like, look, when you're getting devoured.
That's why I like chocolate. It's very devourable.
You're going to get very, to say the least, very comfortable and territorial, because you don't want that. you don't want him devouring everybody else. You want you to be the only one that's getting devoured. No, I'm just playing. But no, really, I think, is it really time, on a serious tip? Is it really time, or is it really consistency? I think it's going to be very difficult for some of us, right? Well, both, right? Yeah, I think it's.
I think consistency is
very difficult.
And time.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's just sometimes it's just very difficult. Like, if you take someone I mean, like, sometimes it's very difficult because I have to travel, and that means that I got to be away sometimes. And can we be away and still remain consistent and into each other, even when I'm away? Or does things turn for the worse when I leave? And the security in knowing that everything is all right when I leave, man. I mean, I'm just speaking from a man's perspective. Someone that's moving and doing some things like it. It's nothing like it, you know. But if you're away and you can't be your full self away because you're worried about is home taken care of, or you can't trust that home is taken care of, man, that's a tough spot. So just saying overall, like I think time is for sure important, but I also think consistency matters as well because you don't want to start one way and then stop. you know, um, you don't want to start doing things for like you don't want to come in and you're doing certain things, right? And then all of a sudden you stop, you know? Um, that lack of consistency or that well, the inconsistency in patterns can sometimes cause someone to put their guard up and not even feel safe around you.
You are absolutely correct. Can I give you an example?
Absolutely.
No, hold on. I'm very scared about this example, but go ahead.
Okay. So I didn't think that men thought about consistency in that aspect, and it's absolutely true because I work in patterns. I need consistency. For instance, I'm dating this guy, and every day for the last 6 months, he texts me good morning, and then one day he doesn't text me good morning, and then I don't notice that day. Really, I don't. I wonder, but it's not a big deal. But the second day, he doesn't text me good morning. So now I'm like, you've done this for the last 6 months. Why are you not texting me good morning? And it's not about the good morning, it's about your actions every single day for the last 6 months.
But did you just check in with him to see what was going on? Like, hey, how you doing? You okay?
I did.
Okay.
But I'm keeping the
Hey,
pattern.
did you have that voice that Jewel just had?
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Yeah, she
is
did. Yeah,
everything
she
okay?
did. No, she didn't have that voice. That voice was totally different.
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
No, but I
She was
oh,
like, you ain't texting me. Why you waiting on me?
That's
but
it
I
right
keep
there. That's it
the
right there. That's it
pattern.
right there.
No, it
That's it
was
right
more
there.
like, so what's up? What's going on?
See, okay, so why did your
Nah,
mind
no,
jump to
no, no,
something
no.
being what's up? Janique, I think you're lying, but okay. But why did your mind jump to the assumption
My
of
thought process,
something's up?
Because y'all are predictable. Like
No,
y'all are
not
predictable.
all of us, but you go
Yeah.
ahead.
so here was my thought process was like, oh, is he okay? Like, what happened that you didn't get up on time? Or let me call him and wake him up. Let me, check on him and make
No,
sure
I
he's
did all of
okay.
that.
Is he having a good day?
But
Or
I'm being honest about the first thought that I had.
And that's good. I love it. I just want to know
yeah.
why is that
I did all of
always
that. Hey, are you
it is
okay?
just not it is just not me. It's just not, and I'm not saying it's just women. I know men to do this because we get used to things. But
Yeah.
it's just like when that happens, the first thought we jump to is a negative thought. Like,
Right. But I checked myself. I was like,
okay,
let me find out first.
okay.
But the first thought I had was the correct thought because later on down the line, he busy telling somebody else good morning. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
unfortunate. You know, yeah,
That's real
every man ain't
unfortunate.
like that. I gotta tell you the truth. Like, so if you vice versa, you telling me 6 months straight, good morning. Um, this is why I kind of lean into, how we was talking at one point about emotional intelligence.
Hmm.
And this is why I value literally self-awareness over emotional intelligence. Not saying that neither one of them are important, right? But just for somebody that have self-awareness is important, meaning patterns, right? If I know that if
Hmm.
a pattern shift, it draws a reaction out of
get
me,
on there.
then I have to be from a self-aware can't even talk. A self-awareness space, I must consider that at some capacity. So you texting me for 6 months and you telling me good morning, and then that day comes where you don't, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, what are some things, I'm curious, what are some things that we can do in that moment? I mean, obviously we can go off and be like, say, bro, you didn't text me good morning, my dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or you can be like, yo, did you text him good morning?
That's for that.
But see, that's what I'm saying. I feel like we create problems instead of,
Yeah.
and I used to be that way. That's why I asked what was her, why did she jump to it? Because
I'm
I would
curious.
jump to that conclusion of, okay, you was doing this, you're not doing that. Because
But
I
I
would tell people, look, just tell me what we're doing. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. And when you start changing stuff up, and then you start, and then or you start holding me accountable to stuff, and then you're not doing it, then I'm gonna have a problem because that's not gonna make sense to me. Maybe that's just a logical thing, a
no.
logical thinker type of thought process. But however, that's how I look at that. But I used to jump to those conclusions. But now it would be like I would be Jewel, after I say the reform grade, I would be Jewel now. I would just call and like, hey, you good? Instead of being the a-hole and be like, hey man, what we doing? Like you ain't texting me in about 2 or 3 days. What's up? What you got going? I need to know. Talk to me. So I mean, I get that though. I get it. I definitely get it. Been there, done that.
Right, right. I think that for me personally, just my personality, if I feel like you cheating or you whatever, I'm just gonna dismiss it. I'm just gonna if I'm not sure and I want to stay in it, then I'm just gonna stay in it and we're gonna talk about it in a different kind of way.
Uh,
What are you
Uh,
gonna talk about it?
we're gonna just have the conversation like that, like
Come on, let's see it. I want to see it. Come on, flow real quick. Do it.
come on, action.
okay, so
Actually, have the
have the
conversation. Okay,
conversation and just
I didn't
say,
text you back. I didn't text
you
you.
didn't text
So
me, and I'd be like, I miss you, like, oh, I miss
Oh, you
you.
gonna
Where
lie
you
to
at?
me? You gonna lie to
No,
me?
no, because
Oh, okay.
oh,
clearly,
that's a
no,
real
I
feeling though.
know.
She really
No,
did.
wait,
She
let's
really
let's
did.
be
She really
clear.
Okay,
did.
okay,
Let's
okay. I'm
be
sorry. I'm sorry.
clear
All
that
right, I apologize.
I noticed that you didn't text me, so clearly I missed you, right?
That's
Because
right.
Okay,
I was
Come
waiting
on,
for
okay.
that
James. Come
text.
through.
I was
That red
waiting
drink
for
coming
you to
through right
call
now.
me.
Let's go.
I was waiting for you to show up, right? And you
Okay.
didn't. And so I'm gonna be like, hey, I miss you. You okay? What's up? You know, what happened? Are you okay? What's going on? You know, I wanted to see you today, whatever it is, right? But if I
Mm-hmm.
get that inkling feeling that like you got something else going on and I'm the side burner, I have this cutoff thing, right? So I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna say that it's like I'm irritated by you or I'm annoyed by the situation. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I'm present and I'm available to you, and I'm gonna peep your game. If you're not available to me and you moving kind of, like you out there, like you doing your own thing, or I feel uncomfortable, I don't trust you, then I'm gonna be like, hey, I don't want to do this with you no more, and move on, because I don't got time for that. I don't support that energy. And I feel like if you really concerned and you really want to be with me, you're going to invest that time and you're going to make sure that I know what's going on before I even ask you. And if I don't, and if you're just not, if it's something going on with you, then I'm going to expect you to communicate that. And I feel like communication is a big thing. If you can't
Yes.
communicate with me about the littlest things, you can't communicate with me about the bigger things. It's just going to be
Mm.
a continuous problem in our relationship. So why let that fester into something bigger and greater than it gets out of hand, and now I'm hurt and you whatever doing whatever you want to do, and I'm the person that's being tagged. So my
Gotcha.
cutoff game is wonderful.
Well, let
I
me
You're
ain't
the
tell
got
you
time for
something.
casual.
none of
Let
it.
me tell you. Hold on.
You're the
Let me say something.
casualty to the drama.
Let me
Because
say
I
something
give,
to
let
this.
me tell you something. I love hard. and I go all the way in. So there's nothing that I won't do for him. You know what I mean? So for you to turn around and give me a half handshake or a half effort in anything is, a slap in my face. So I'm gonna keep it moving.
I'm not so eloquent in my words.
And listen, you can fuss at me, you can do me dirty, and I'm gonna give you a little bit of grace, right? But once I'm done, I'm done. I don't do backwards. Ain't no running me down the street trying to beg me to come back. Boo, I'm out. I'm good. I'm gonna give you the opportunities up front. If I got an issue, I'm gonna tell you what that issue is. And it's your responsibility to come to the table to talk about it. We don't have to come up with a solution right there, but you got to at least acknowledge that, hey, I see that this is causing me to hurt you, or I see that this is affecting you this way. Let's figure out something else so that you don't feel this way, because that's not my intention. You know what I mean? And say vice versa. If you come to me and say, oh, I don't like how you moving with that, then it's making me feel like such and such and such. It's my responsibility to correct, to self-correct, or to say, hey, maybe if we did this, because it's really not my intention to hurt you. Maybe if we did this, then does that make you feel the same way or make it feel better? You know what I'm saying? Make it feel like I support you, or make it feel like I'm there for you, or do you feel more loved this way?
Yeah.
Okay.
So look. So if I didn't text you that morning, because I'm trying to go to the moon, the stars, the mountains. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
So here's the deal. If I didn't text you that morning, and I've been texting you good morning every day for 6 months, if ain't nothing wrong with me, 9 times out of 10, I'm at your front door. And I'm gonna tell you good morning face to face. I ain't texting you good morning. You know what I'm saying?
He said at the front door. Okay.
I'm at the front door. Hey.
You ringing doorbell? So you late to work?
That's how it's supposed to be, though.
With a trench coat
Nah,
on.
I ain't getting late to
Hey,
work.
with a pea coat.
Okay,
Hey, with a pea coat on.
I'm here for the pea
With a
coat
pea coat.
in your boots.
Listen, with a pea coat and some Jodeci boots.
Why you
And
saying
a
the
boot
old
top.
Pea
pimp?
coat, Jodeci
No,
boots.
look, nah.
Why do you
And
have a
some
pea
gloves.
coat? I'm not asking those questions.
Hey, some things when it's
Come on,
understood,
man. You
it don't
gotta
need to
get
be
it.
explained.
Say, we gotta listen. I told you, 24 is the year we bringing back love. We bringing back
R&B,
like
man.
spontaneous. We bringing back
But
R&B. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Pick somebody else, because JoJo can't be it, because he messed up his relationship.
Oh,
so
be
I'm
tripping.
sending you a
Tank,
4-page letter. I mean, I don't
play
know.
that Tank. You know what I'm saying? Play that Tank. You know what I'm saying? Tank
You heard what I said,
Tank can get you there.
I said I might be sending a 4-page letter. I don't know.
Right.
Hey,
You know what I'm
Bringing
saying?
R&B back.
if that's what he likes.
Bring it back. That's what I'm saying.
Unfortunately, you didn't rock the boat, so keep the love.
And that baby oil.
Why
Get that
not to be
baby
on
oil out.
If we bringing back R&B, it's all about love. We rocking the boat,
It's all
bringing back
about
4-page
love,
letters.
man.
You right. You right.
Creativity.
I'm gonna bring back
Creativity.
I'm gonna bring back Uncle Sam too.
Bring back like creativity. We see. Here's the thing. We wait till Valentine's Day. We wait till all of these try to like these specific days to try to be creative and be like chivalry or romantic or whatnot. And just hey, look, don't text her like that morning. Pop up.
You gotta text that in the group. Oh, you can't text it in the group.
I'm here.
Well, you're right. Pop up and get fired from the job you want to. She really gonna leave. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Hold on.
Goodbyes will save your life. I promise you that. Just say goodbye to that. Just say goodbye to that. I'll never forget me and you being in a really difficult place in our marriage, and I was like, "Yo, I want a divorce." Sounds shocking, right? Let me give you context. I don't want a divorce from you. I want a divorce from this version of our relationship. I want to say goodbye to this version of our relationship because it does not work anymore. I do not want to say goodbye to you.
All day.
Please understand, when I say divorce, I am not saying I want you out of my life. I want this version of our relationship to be over. Let's say goodbye to it. It got us here. It will not get us there. Come on. When you get married at 23 and 20, you start with what you got. We've amassed many more tools over the last 24 years than we had when we first got married. So every time we get new tools and we come back together again and we realize that, you know what, we actually took care of this relationally with duct tape, bobby pins, and staples. Now we actually have drywall, right, that we can put up, and we have brick and mortar. It won't be flimsy.
So, so this is how I frame that. I do think, or no, let me say I believe. I ain't gonna say I think. I believe there is a certain version of yourself you have to divorce before you ever think about getting into a real relationship. There are certain things about you you're gonna have to divorce about you. Because if we, and I said it for these reasons. Now I'm entering into a relationship. It's just not me. So I have my independency, but I'm codependent on somebody. I'm in and we let's use the word exclusive. Now I'm in an exclusive relationship but it needs to be purposeful and purposeful moving to marriage. So now I have responsibility, accountability to this other person. I have to think about this person when I'm moving now. And that can, in the word Janique, that sometimes they can be delusional too, because you really don't want to do it. So I get it. But that's how I frame it. There's a person that you created, there's a person that you are, and then there's certain things that you learn you're gonna have to unlearn because, like I said, marriage is work. So you're now having two people trying to be one, and you have to. Thank you, Webby. Interdependent. You have to you have to have that mind frame. Because my thing is, if you get out the people still with the mind frame I want an exclusive relationship, but I still want to be able to do what I want to do when I want to do it, and I really ain't got to tell you XYZ. Then, bro, so now you got somebody in a relationship by themselves because you're not in a relationship. You still doing what you want to do, but then when that person start doing what they want to do, now it's a problem. So I do believe there's a version of yourself you have to divorce it. You have to divorce that version of yourself for you. And let's make it biblical, because I even had that thought. When you take on to follow Christ, there's a part of you have to like let go. You have to divorce that part of you. Now that doesn't mean it changes you, but now your walk should be different. Your attitude should be different. You should know what it is. Your serving should be different. There's a lot of things about you that you have to change. So you have to divorce that part of you. So that's how I framed it, and that's why I played that clip. What y'all think?
I want to hear Webby. What you think, Webby?
What you say?
He said he wanted to hear you. What you think?
I don't think divorce was the correct terminology that I would have used.
I agree.
Because divorce is a trigger word or a sounding word or whatever. Because if I hear the word, you saying I want a divorce from you, what is one to initially think and what is their knee-jerk reaction going to be, instead of just saying, hey, babe, we can't continue on in the manner that we're doing. We need to have a reset, restart, regroup, redo, other than I want a divorce.
So in other words, you play on words. So because he put the context in what he meant by that, what he said.
But if we're having a discussion and the next thing that comes out of your mouth is I want a divorce.
Wait. Did it stop there? Hold on. If he said that and he stopped there, then yes, I understand what you said. But did he stop there?
No. That conversation. So I don't know how he
in the conversation you just heard. Did he stop
there? Greg,
what?
It's like me saying, "Bitch, how you gonna stop? What else
and
come
not
out?
Saying right?
Whatever.
And not saying what's my favorite word. And not saying what's my favorite word. You know what I'm saying?
What he said.
But here's the deal. Here's the deal. Okay, let's take it to communications, right? In communications, you want to say this. You want to say your point the quickest and simplest way without you having to over-explain what you just said.
That part. Right.
You want it to be clear. If I say divorce, divorce means something.
Yeah.
And so now now we're distracted from what needs to be said in that moment, because now we're focused on me trying to prove to you that I don't want to divorce you, but I just want to really unlearn and separate from the thing that's holding us back.
Yeah.
There's
it's like you did it to as
communicate, but
This
it's
is true.
to me, it's just
Ooh,
okay. He had his
okay.
way of going about it. To each his own. Everybody got their way. So here's the deal. I'm not judging the brother, right? But the reality is, like, I just don't think that would be the way I would go.
I don't think that was the most effective way to communicate that you wanted to.
That wasn't an effective way that you would communicate. Go back to the video. He put everything in contextual base so you know what he was talking about.
It doesn't matter
Because
if
like
it's
he said in
contextual
Shaka,
based or
it
not.
does matter.
It
does
doesn't
matter.
Here, let me tell you something.
So let's
If
go with what you said.
approach
If I call
me-
you a bitch and I leave it at that, then that means I'm calling you a bitch, like
No.
disrespect. But
No,
if I'm saying, if we're talking about Too Short song and I'm saying that, then there's a contextual basis. I'm singing a song.
No.
This is like that's the whole thing when I tell people they play on words. You too busy not listening to what I said. You're listening to how I said it.
No.
Well, you said
Oh.
No.
We're listening to. I think I'm kind of on the women's side this time, because here's the reality. They are playing.
No side. I'm just telling you what.
No sides.
I
ain't saying it like that. Please forgive me. All right, so I'm not saying it that way. What I'm saying is, I'm paying attention to what you said, my brother. You said divorce. So here's the thing, and here's why that's dangerous. What if she thinking the same thing? What if she thinking in her mind,
You put your foot in your mouth.
I don't want to do this no more. And you don't have a chance to come back and bring context to that.
Ain't got time. She ready to cut it up and walk out the door.
I
can't hear nothing else you got to say.
No,
so in its most simplest term, so why, I guess my question, my whole problem with what I understand conceptually
Right.
what he was trying to say. I think his word choice was piss poor, because if you're my man, I'm your wife, and we going downhill saying you want a divorce, that wasn't your line. Now to say, hey babe, that ain't right.
So if you call somebody an MF and stop there, how am I supposed to take that?
As you calling them an MFer?
Okay, but how many times that is said playing in a conversation that's playing?
No.
Yeah, some of y'all have, that's BS. Some of y'all have said in a conversation and jokingly because somebody said something or got the best of you. Oh, you such a motherfucker. But am I supposed to take that you called me a mother out my name?
Listen to me. What I'm saying.
No. Listen to what I just said.
Listen. If I call a male a bitch,
hey, that's
is he gonna listen? Is he gonna wait for me to explain
that part?
My perspective on why I called him a bitch?
So what is your when you say this? Once again, let's go back to what y'all say. What is your tone when you say it?
Listen, it don't even matter what tone it. I can say
because you females, so what's the difference when you calling a man and calling a woman the same thing?
Wait, listen. I'm gonna give it to you in 3 tones, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna say
make it make sense because it ain't mad.
Listen. You acting like a bitch. Stop doing that. You need to straighten that shit up. Whatever it is, right? Or bitch, you play too much. Or I'm sorry. Bitch, fuck you. You know what I mean?
So why are we sitting here acting like tone and tonation is not a thing?
It is.
So that's what I just said.
That's
what I just said.
I don't care what tone you
all her different tones. All her different tones mean different things.
It's disrespectful.
So you're saying the same, but you say the same thing. So you women disrespect each other all the time because that is y'all terminology to everybody, and y'all just be playing.
No, we don't.
It might not.
I don't do that with my friends.
First of all,
I don't be walking up to my friends and be like,
take the absolute.
No.
Let's take the absolute out of it because there's not an absolute in this. Because I know women that talk to each other like that. Just because it's not you does not mean that does not go. That's fine. That doesn't mean that's not how that goes. I know women that talk, and when they talk in their term, it's enduring. No difference in Louisiana. They call each other hoes. Hope is an endearing term in Louisiana. It's not taken no type of way. It's not seen no type of way. When they hear it, it's like, oh yeah, okay, hold up, let's go. And that's just what it is. Women talk to each other like women do that more than men. Now let's go back to what we just heard.
I'm not for that.
This is my prime example when I say that we do not actively listen. Because what the video
I am
said
actively
was
listening if you say you want a
obviously you
divorce.
not. Let me play it for you again because he put it in context. Did he not? Did he stop at divorce? He's talking about, no, I don't want a divorce from you. I want a divorce from the way that we're acting. He put it in a context of what he was meaning in the actual video. But all you heard, again, this is what I say, people do not actively listen. All you heard was divorce. And you instantly went, just like I said to Janine, when he did not text, all of a sudden, you got the attitude of, well, nigga, what's going on? It was like, why was your attitude that? Why wasn't it what Jules was?
So I got a question. Why use that word choice to prove the point?
I have no clue.
I'm merely asking a question. Why use that why be that extreme to prove the point?
That is.
Sometimes it take an extreme measure to prove a point.
Like, bitch, fuck you.
Just like I know somebody that was trying to prove a point by telling a dude they want a divorce and they really didn't want the divorce. But when you was trying to prove a point to look, stop doing what you're doing, da. But now that you divorced this person, now you sitting around whining and crying because you should have never left.
So why are we playing with the word in the first place?
Exactly.
Why are we talking about the word?
You put it on the table with the risk of you put it on the table with risk. Like if you really wanted to salvage something and you really want to work through something.
But words have meanings because the word
context of the word has meaning.
No, the word has a meaning.
Here's the deal.
And the context of what he put it in has a meaning.
I think more than tone, though, like the word is the word and the tone is the tone, right? But even then, like that's still a word that you gotta clean up. Like he can't say, I want a divorce. He has to come back and provide context. He got to clean that up. Like,
and that's exactly what he did.
Even, and sometimes here's the point I think I'm trying to get across. Even if he does come back and provide context of what he said, he still can't take away that initial thought she had when she heard him say divorce. I kid you not.
I don't believe he didn't take that away. If you listen to what he just said, so what we're talking about is the antics because we're not there. We don't know how the conversation went.
Sure, right.
He's giving you how him and his wife had the discussion. Mm-hmm. And what we're in the parts that we miss is when I say we pay too much damn attention to everything else than what somebody's saying. If I'm saying you hurting me, you worried about how I'm saying I'm hurting you. But you never pay attention to the fact I said that you hurt me.
But that's
you worried about my tone.
But right. But okay, so you just said what we're talking about. So the word that he used was divorce. So I'm paying attention to what you're saying. So now because
what else did he say? What else did he say if you're paying attention?
So I am paying attention because he utilized the word divorce. So now now my antennas are up because I don't know what's to follow after he's saying what he's saying. After he's made the comment, I want a divorce, period, or I want a divorce, exclamation, and not knowing that it's I want a divorce, comma, but I want a divorce from the way that we're behaving.
So if I say hello,
we're sitting here.
If I say I hate you, if I say I can't stand you, how you take that?
So am I not?
Answer my question. If I say, I can't stand you, how am I supposed to take that? How you supposed to take that?
Depending on how it's being used.
Oh, so just what I just said. Depending on how he just used it. So this is what I'm saying to you. Any word can be a trigger word for anyone. If you want to be a trigger word for you, it can be a trigger word for anyone. what we need to start. Well, let me just read the comment. Any word can be a trigger for anyone. You may want to learn to listen to the entire statement before you react or respond. Know your audience. Sometimes you have to be extreme to get people's attention.
Well, then
Go
what
ahead,
if
Janine.
the mate doesn't require that?
Well, what if it does? You don't know.
I
know
said,
who
what
you're
if your
dealing
mate
with.
doesn't
I
require
have a
that?
question.
Go
I
ahead,
have a
Janine.
question. Are you married? Have you ever been married?
Yes.
You've been married?
Yes. For 6.5
Okay.
years.
Okay. So in my opinion, if you are married and your husband throws the divorce word out, that's like, those are fighting words. That's a fight. Like what you trying to say? Now, single people, that's different. They won't understand that context, but you were married. So wouldn't you be offended if your wife throws out the divorce word? I mean, you'd be like, wait. Like,
I'm gonna ask questions.
realistically,
Of course, I'm gonna ask questions. I'm not saying you're not gonna be offended, but we're talking about what we heard. We're not talking about the word divorce. We're talking about you divorcing yourself. There's a version of yourself you need to divorce before you start being in a relationship. That's
yeah,
what
but
we're
the way
talking
he
about.
said it, that's a whole different argument.
Wait, let me say this.
We are worried about what was
We
said
just
and
spent
not the
about 10 minutes.
context of what was said.
Let me clarify something. We just spent about 10 minutes talking about the word divorce. Now, do you not see how offensive it is to lead a conversation with that? It is probably not in your best interest to slap your spouse in the face with the word divorce. We didn't even get to the meat of the conversation just because of just the word divorce.
Right.
Because
Think
y'all are
about
talking
if
about
you're
a
trying
word.
to be an effective
Go further.
communicator with your
Go further.
spouse. Listen, think about if you are trying to be an effective communicator with your spouse and you lead with that. Because at the end of the day, if that's not what your intention is, then you don't want to lead, or you don't want to shock them into listening or paying attention to what you're saying. What you want to do is say, hey, I got an issue. I got a problem. Can we talk about it? Can we get through it? Can we move forward from it? Like, here's where I'm at. Hey, we got some issues going on in our relationship. I think that we need to talk about and work on. Can we sit down and have a conversation? Can we put everything on the table and let's just agree not to disagree? Let's just dump the brain and dump the issues on the table and then agree to come back and talk about it at a later time. Like, come on now. I'm not trying to create a divorce. What I'm trying to do is create some togetherness.
Hey,
So let me ask you a question.
real quick? No, real talk.
You a manager, right?
Can I say something?
You a manager, right?
Yeah, I'm a manager.
You're a manager, right? So tell me that you've never used an extreme word to get the attention of one of your employees.
No, I don't, because I think that's
you
foolish.
never
have
done
to know
that.
your people. You have to know your
That's
people
what I
and what they
just
respond
said.
to.
You have to know your audience, and you have to listen to the. So let me tell you, when you in a
I ain't gonna never
real
leave with a
relationship,
slap in the
when
face
you in
to
a real
nobody.
relationship, when you were in a real relationship. So I'm gonna use Janique's situation. If Janique called me with that, then my thing is, when I explain it to Janique, before she jumps to any conclusions, listen to the entire thing that I said before you hear one word that triggers you. Because that's what we do.
No.
We hear one word and that's what failed communication is. You're not listening to the full statement. You know what y'all are doing?
But
Listening
at the
to
same
respond.
time,
You didn't listen to listen.
No,
well, let me say this. Let me say one more thing.
Oh, go for it. Go for it.
Okay.
Oh, my bad.
I'm gonna say this. If Janique would have called me with the same scenario and she'd have been like, well, what's up? What's going on? I would know Janique because I know who she is and I know how she responds. I'd have been like, you okay? I'm sorry I didn't call you this morning. I know you was looking for my text, but I was a little busy and a little distracted. But I got you, boo. What's up?
She be mind fucking you. That's what she.
So in other words, we don't know the backdrop to that whole conversation. So we heard one word. Once again, we're not, and he knows his wife. So when he made that comment, she knew what he was talking about. Again, we get hung up on words and not listening. You're listening to respond and not listening to listen.
Words are important, though.
I think for me, bro, I'm gonna say this though, like knowing what I know about Mrs. Lewis, right? I can't say that to her. Like, I think
I understand,
but that's what I'm saying for me. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, I can't say to Miss Lewis, yo, like, I want to divorce you. I mean, I want a divorce. Excuse me. I can't say that. Here's why. Because if there's a fear on the inside of her coming to terms saying, I am terrified of a day that you may not want me anymore. And then I come back and I tell her in an argument, right? I want a divorce. And then I try to back it up like that way. That wouldn't be as successful for me. Also, as a manager, right, and a leader, that's like telling one of your employees, I want to fire you. I mean, I want a termination. And a termination, I just want to terminate these behaviors. You know what I mean? I want to terminate these behaviors. And all that in their mind, you finna fire me. Like,
so when you walk in, if I walk into your office and you give me a pip, is that not something extreme? That's telling me I need to straighten up. Extreme. Or are you going to do what?
Yeah,
but what are you doing?
A pip still has hope that I got a job. Yeah, right. A pip still has hope that I got a job.
But if I don't follow these certain situations, then I'm gonna get fired. So if I walk into your office and you give me a pip, am I supposed to immediately think, oh, you're gonna fire me? Because you're going to explain to me what this PIP is, right?
Yep.
This PIP is a disciplinary issue where you have to change up these things within, I believe it's 90 days, 60 days, 1 to 2, I forgot. So it's still an extreme measure, but there was more content to the conversation for me just to not leave your office to think I'm not gonna have a job. Now I'm leaving your office think I got to get my act together or I'm not gonna have a job. It's a difference.
I think this is where the issue is, because I am also in a leadership position, and sometimes the stuff that my people be doing, I just shake my head, I rub my temples, and I'm have to go try and figure out the best way to say what I need to say without further igniting the situation. Prime example, last Friday, we had a whole issue with some children, and it got way out of hand. And so I had to address, I had to rub the temples. And so when I went to go have a conversation with said individual, I was like, so I understand that there was a plan in place. But so let's go ahead and revisit the plan and let's get a new one. Because what I wanted to say, now you knew good and doggone well what you did wasn't okay, and now we got a whole riot in the hallway, and we folks had to get removed and sent home because of the plan you executed didn't go through. So now me got to go and create a plan and tell you now what it's gonna be.
So you see how you just framed it?
Another few choice words, but I couldn't say that. So what I'm saying what I'm saying or trying to convey in this particular conversation is, when we're needing to say things to our significant other, spouse, or whatever, we have to be aware of who we're talking to if we want the best response possible.
Who said he wasn't aware?
What's your end game?
I'm not saying that he wasn't. Now, this is not about this. Now, what I'm saying is it's no longer about voice word or anything else. What I'm merely saying is, if we want to effectively communicate, because we talk about effective communication all the time, then effectively we have to know who we're talking to. I'm not playing with him right now. We have to know who we're talking to. If we want to get the best out of that situation, maybe him and his wife can talk like that. I say personally, I probably wouldn't receive that well. And I'm just being honest. And that's like with my own mate, I know how I have to talk to him as well. Because some things he's not going to receive well. If I'm in the ceiling going hard and doing this and talking, and he's feeling belittled in the way that I'm conversing with him.
Preach.
He's not listening to what I'm saying.
Listen, at the end of the day, you still want to be devoured or devour him.
Come on.
Y'all in this
Come on.
word. Every time she said this word, y'all be on this word. Like
See,
now,
there's
it's
an
crazy. Now,
O-U-R
I
that
now,
had to
says
just
say it.
like
devour.
But
just
There's an
like just like the
O-U-R
word
there.
devour. So if I
It's the
took
end game
devour,
and all of
if
it. It's
if
how you
if
talk to
devour was
your
a trigger word
person.
for me, and I took that negatively, then what? Then now we got a problem because all I heard was devour. Now I ain't trying to
Listen,
hear that what you're
but
trying to say.
listen.
That's not the effective communication.
Whatever it is that you want to be with your spouse at the end of the day, that's
Hmm.
the same tone you need to take when you have a disagreement with her or him, whatever that is. So if you at the end of the night, you want to still be in grace and still be up under and still be within,
Come on
you
with
better
me.
Why did?
use
Why did?
you
Why
better
did?
use that tone and that choice word so that when you turn this conversation down or put it on the shelf or put it for tomorrow, reschedule it, that you still have that grace and that feeling and that wanting to still be with that person. But if you're going to come at me with just negative energy all day long, accusations, tear me down, make me belittle me, make me feel terrible, whatever it is, understand that I'm not going to want to devour you later. Understand that. I'm not going to want to say
It's
nothing else
okay.
to you.
It's
I'll
okay.
go move around
Yes.
and go
Yes.
do my own thing.
So I'm gonna
Listen.
bring it back on to the topic of discussion is does love have a blueprint? This is exactly what we're talking about. Communication, how to talk to one another within conflict, which I don't think we talk enough about that. And I think it's actually kind of insensitive when if I'm your mate and I'm saying, hey, when we up here, talk to me, in this form, and then you tell me, hey, when I'm up here, talk to me in this form so I can be able to, so that we can be able to receive each other. I don't understand why when we're in conflict and someone says, hey, don't cuss at me or hey, don't belittle me, then the responding or the other party goes, oh, well, that's just how I am. This is what you need to deal
Yeah,
with. And it's
feel
then
that.
that's unfair.
I
That's
feel
not
that.
effectively communicating with your mate if they're telling you, hey, when we're
And
upset,
y'all be lying on here if you said you never done it.
I'm
You
not
I
saying
can
want,
I've
be
never
in
done
I
your
it. I've
want,
never said that I've never.
so just because it happens and somebody's in their feelings when they talking, again, you may be in your feelings because you're tired of talking to me. And now you're being extreme. Now you're being very stern in what you said. Because now you're at a level of pissed off. And if you're
but
at a
I was
level of pissed off, I'm not saying talk and you're pissed off, but if you're at a level where you are upset, then we all do that. Black people
the
alone,
idea.
that is a black person's defense mechanism. Every time something happens,
No,
black
listen.
people talk loud. Girl, quit talking. Look, when I talk about black people, you may not be that person. Quit think I'm talking about you. I am talking about you. There's other black people in the world when you are actually in different areas where when they are upset, they talk loud. That is their defense mechanism.
I want devour to be the trigger word though. I want when I say devour, I want you to be triggered.
But the trigger, but I might take that trigger where it's negative, so I might not want you to
I
devour me.
want you to be triggered and you know exactly what I'm talking about.
So if you say
Whatever
devour
we
it and it triggers me negatively, you still gonna continue to do it?
forget whatever we talking about. Devour.
So, but we
You
still
ain't
didn't
gonna
answer my question. So, if we're talking about effective communication, and I'm not saying have done it, I ain't always been great at it. It's all that's why we keep going back to the blueprint. Why come we cannot talk about how to have conflict with one another?
Yeah, you
Why
have
come we can't
to.
have that conversation?
We should.
bet
It's not
that
taught.
that's perfect because it's
It's
9 o'clock and
not
I ain't finna keep y'all on here any other longer because I know I gotta put in some grades. So we're gonna table this. We're gonna do part 2 next Tuesday, and we're gonna add in conflict. How about that?
taught.
Everybody
Okay.
agree?
I mean, it's
Cool
easy.
beans. I love it. That was definitely easy. D, you know how we do pray in, pray out. Let's go.
With no 2-minute warning, no nothing, huh?
Well, I mean, it's already like 9:08.
I'm triggered.
Consistency.
This
You're
pattern
right.
shift here,
Listening
this
is
pattern shift right
consistency.
now
Talking
is
in
maddening.
absolutes needs not to be
He said,
consistent.
"Nah, man, it's time to go to bed. Cut the lights out. It's time to go to bed." All right, no, for sure. Yeah, let's do that. Thank you, Lord, for your time and that you've given us. God, thank you for each and every person. God, help us all be better at bringing clarity and effectively communicating, but also understanding that you already laid the blueprint out for love anyway, for you are love. So, God, we give it all to you. We just ask, God, that you would continue to just give us peace and rest. God, we all have our different things that we face. We all have those different things that trigger us, and we've triggered others. So your word teaches us to forgive others as we also seek to be forgiven, so I just pray, God, that you would help us be better at continuing to love each other, love our enemies, and bless those who curse us. So we thank you so much for your love, your grace, and your mercy until we come back for part 2. In your son Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Love you know how to do it. Think big, believe in God because he believes in us, and live by 2 mantras. Faith and fear cannot dwell in the same place. And while you on this side, remember to love, live, and laugh. We'll see you part 2 on next Tuesday, right here on the Full 180. Y'all be
Hey,
good.
Jules, you make sure you be drinking that juice.